All summer long, we have been waiting for this moment as we have made it to the CPCL Championship Series, Game 1 here at Citrus College between the Palm Springs Power and the Inland Valley Pirates. 3-game series, 1 winner, and it starts here on this Saturday afternoon. My name is Zach Durham, and I'm here with Justin Lee as, once again, it's Game 1 of the CPCL Championship Series. The Power, the top seed, winning the regular season with a record of 14-6. The Pirates, with a tie on their record, finished a half a game behind the Power, 13-6-1. Top 2 teams in the league going at it. Jacob Yun, the starting pitcher for the Pirates. He'll be taking on Austin Haller, Michael Gonzalez, Miles Walton, Mark Kirkland, Matt Chavez, Andrew Rivas, Casey Kleinman, Grayson Gegg, and Cato Kleinman. As the music has settled, the first pitch is on its way. Called strike 1 on the outer edge at 5:05 p.m. Austin Haller, left-handed bat for the Power, leading off all summer long. As the 0-1 pitch is a slider in the dirt, 1-1 count. Haller on the year, 345 batting average and a 513 on base. That's why manager Casey Dill has no problem putting him in the leadoff spot. 1-1 swing and a miss from Haller. Counts now 1-2.
Yeah, with the way that Haller came in through the season, a little bit late into it, he has 18 walks this season, just right behind Mark Kirkland, who has been here this whole season with 20 walks. Haller is right there as one of the more patient batters for the Power. It should be a good matchup today, Zach.
Yeah, it seems like every time he gets on base, he's coming around to score a run. 20 hits, 22 runs scored as that pitch is outside. 2-2 is the count.
They're facing off a pretty interesting pitcher today. This is the first time that the Power have actually seen Jacob Yun, who's on the mound for the Pirates.
Right, he throws a breaking ball, and Haller hits it into right field. A diving second baseman, Osterloh, can't get to it, so it's a leadoff single to kick off this ball game. Nice piece of hitting from Haller just to get the bat on the ball as it finds shallow right field. He's on first, and that'll bring up Michael Gonzalez.
And not the hardest hit ball, but put in the perfect spot between the first baseman and the second baseman, between Osterloh and Howarth right there. So good way to start things off with essentially your best leadoff hitter that we've seen from the Power this season.
First pitch to Michael Gonzalez is low. Gonzalez has been swinging a hot bat of late. He's got 21 hits on the year, a 375 average, and an on-base just north of 500. He swings to the second pitch, chops it over to third, fielded by Olazaba to second, and to Howarth at first as they turn the 5-4-3 double play.
Yeah, obviously not the most ideal way to start off the game. Like we just talked about Austin Haller starting off with the most ideal way, but unfortunately, when you ground into a double play like that to start off a game, you try to set the tone, and a tough way to start out here in Game 1.
So base runner is wiped out immediately, but that'll bring up the best hitter in this Power lineup as the first pitch, breaking ball over the plate for strike 1 to Miles Walton, who's leading in just about every offensive category. Plate appearances, hits, runs, RBIs, extra bases, as the second pitch is flared out into right field. Koniowski's under it, and he makes the grab for out number 3. So 3 batters come up for the Power in the first, unable to score just yet. As we go into the bottom of the first, Power coming to pitch and play defense. We'll be right back on the PSCL YouTube channel.
Family setting, we come and we get into conversation, and it's comfortable here is what I guess I'll say. It's comfortable.
The hot cocoa has whipped cream and sprinkles in the whipped cream in the hot cocoa.
Very family oriented. They cater to the kids. They got the coloring books and crayons, and they have kid-sized stuff about almost for everything that you would want. So young and old, everybody can enjoy it.
It's the best.
Made from scratch memories. Elmer's.
Welcome back to Palm Springs Power Baseball on YouTube, as we're still in inning number 1 of game 1 of the CPCL Championship Series. Power on the road here at Citrus College against the Inland Valley Pirates, who are up to hit for the first time. It'll be Esteban Olazaba taking on Kenny Keller on the mound for the Power. This will be his 9th appearance, 6th start in summer 2025. His first pitch is on the outer half and swung on by Olazaba. He flares it into right field. Gegg is underneath it for the first out. Quick work for Keller to get the first out of the inning and of the afternoon. We mentioned it'll be his 6th start this summer. He's got 32 strikeouts in just over 21 innings pitched. He's got a 3.37 earned run average as Mason Greenhouse steps up to the plate. Only took one pitch to retire the leadoff hitter. And the first pitch to Greenhouse is off the plate and called for ball 1. Keller will give you a 2-seam fastball, slider, changeup, curveball, and a splitter. And he'll even mix in a palm ball in there when he feels like it. 1-0 slider catches the top of the zone for a strike. It's 1-1.
Yeah, Kenny Keller, because Coach Casey is going to have to devise a good plan here today against the Pirates, since he's working with a couple of different pitchers. This might be a bullpen type of day, but the last time we saw Kenny Keller pitch a really good outing was against the Inland Valley Legends in his last start on the 12th of July. 4 innings pitched, 4 hits, 1 earned run, 5 strikeouts, 3.37 ERA. So he's sending out his best pitching right now for this first game, but expect stronger pitching throughout the rest of this game if they want to secure a good one when we go home tomorrow.
Trying to get the early series advantage as Keller's 1-1 pitch paints the black for strike 2. Here's the 1-2 and fouled straight back off the bat of Greenhouse. He stays alive.
And Greenhouse was pretty patient the last time he played against the Power. It was in that second game of the away series over at UC Riverside. He was 1 for 3 with a single and a walk, but at times he's been off balance with a couple of strikeouts, but that's the expectation of Kenny Keller up there on the mound, is he's going to keep these guys off balance for most of the game.
And those were a couple of crucial wins this season for the Power on the road against this team, as the 2-2 misses upstairs. And yeah, you mentioned that it was the Pirates who took 2 games at Palm Springs Stadium, and Power were able to go on the road last week, get those 2 wins right back. They split the series 2-2 as a backdoor breaking ball just misses about an inch or 2 off the plate as the count has run full.
Yeah, and you talk about the whirlwind of emotions between those 2 series, right? The Pirates come into Palm Springs, they take 2 games, and Power go into UC Riverside and take 2 games. Talk about eye for an eye between these 2 teams so far this season.
The payoff pitch is fouled off by Greenhouse. He took a nice hack on it. Just fouled straight back. A lot of room behind the plate here at Citrus College. Something to keep an eye on throughout this ball game.
And this is a pretty short field, too. You look at the right center wall, 385. You look at left center, 360. And then the corners are 315, significantly smaller than Palm Springs Stadium. So there's going to be, I'm going to say maybe 1.2 home runs in this game.
Another payoff pitch misses upstairs as it's a walk to the Pirates center fielder with 1 out. Yeah, you talk about 315 to the corners, 35 feet less than Palm Springs Stadium. As Cole Konarski, the right fielder, at the plate now. He's got a runner on first with 1 out in a scoreless ball game. Bottom of the first here in game 1 of the CPCL Championship Series. Keller tosses the first to check on Greenhouse. He's in there safely.
Yeah, this is arguably the Pirates' best hitter right here. He was 2 for 3 in that first game in that away series.
First pitch misses high for ball 1 to the Pirates right fielder.
And that's the expectation when you have a guy who's from a D1 college like UNLV. And that frame of 6'4" is, that's a pretty big one. He has a batting stance of just like Nolan Shanowa, actually, now that I'm looking at him.
Very tall, hands high above the helmet. He hacks on a breaking ball and gets nothing as it's a 1-1 count.
That's a really good curveball pitch by Kenny Keller.
Got the whiff against the 3-hole hitter to even up the count. Greenhouse is still at first. He's got a decent lead. He's not going anywhere here. Pitch is hit too short as it goes Kleinman to Gonzalez to Kirkland for the 6-4-3 double play. So both defenses able to turn two here in the first, but it's scoreless as we head into the second inning here from Citrus College. We'll be back. You're listening to Palm Springs Power Baseball on Palm Springs Power YouTube.
Somewhere down there is you. And just like us, you're an amazing Palm Springs vacation home. I bet we have a lot in common. Elevated, yet down to earth. A place to soak it up, sip it down, and make a splash. A place where staying in is even better than going out. Not just a place for visiting, a place for living in the moment. That moment when vacation dreams become reality. You're one of Palm Springs' best kept secrets. Let's show you off. Because you're so much more than just a home. You're a destination. You're an adventure. You're an idyllic escape. You're a happy place.
Need a garage door replaced or repaired? Then go to Overhead Door Company. We do it all. Repairs, service, new installs, retrofits, and more. For over 100 years, Overhead Door has been committed to bringing you the best in residential garage doors, commercial doors, openers, and accessories. Whether you need a stylish new garage door for your home, a more energy-efficient commercial door for your business, or a better integrated door system for your industrial application, remember, if you don't see the red ribbon logo, you are not getting the genuine, the original Overhead Door products and service you need. Look for the red ribbon for products.
Top of the second here from Citrus College in Glendora. Scoreless between the Power and the Pirates, but it'll be 4, 5, and 6 for the Power kicking off this second inning of work against Jacob Yun. He only faced 3 batters in the first, allowed a hit to Austin Howler. Gonzalez grounded into a double play, and Miles Walton flew out to right field. So it's Mark Kirkland to lead off the second from the cleanup spot. As the 1-0 pitch on the edge of the plate, called for strike one. Yun working quickly here in this second inning as he was in the first. Very quick tempo to him, but he misses with the 1-1 on the outer half of the plate. It's now 2-1. Hitters count for Kirkland, but that pitch outside once again. It's now 3-1.
You talk about how fast to a start this game has started. What a heck of a way to start it out. 2 double plays from both teams defensively in the first inning.
And a 5-pitch walk to Mark Kirkland to kick off the top of the second.
Walk machine, Mark Kirkland. That's his 21st walk of the season. We've seen that time and time again from the first baseman. Talk about that veteran presence. He's seen a lot of at-bats throughout his career. He's seen a lot of pitches throughout his time, and continues to show off why he's one of the most patient hitters for the Power.
Yeah, we talked about how Miles Walton is the offensive leader in just about every category, but it is Mark Kirkland who leads the Power in base on balls. As Justin said, that was his 21st of the season. The first pitch to Matt Chavez is rolled over down the third base line for foul ball.
This is where consistency starts to settle in here for the Power lineup today. You've got Matt Chavez and then Andrew Rivas. Yes, they came in pretty late in the season, but they're both hitting very well since they came in. 429 for Matt Chavez, 375 for Andrew Rivas. Both of them have 6 hits each apiece.
Breaking ball to Chavez for strike 2. That one had some good late break.
You get ready to learn who Jacob Yun is. This guy, 190 pounds, 6'1", throws a fastball at 90 to 91 miles, slider, sinker, and a changeup.
There's that slider as Chavez hits it sharply to short as the Pirates trying to turn 2, but the throw to first is high as it pulls Howarth up and off the bag. So they get Kirkland out at second, but Chavez is safe at first.
And that's what happens when you have speed down the baseline. You get Chavez right there at the first base. It almost became another consecutive double play in an inning, and Chavez just guns it out there at first base and keeps it in here with just one out in the second.
That'll bring up Andrew Rivas, who only has 6 hits for the Power, but 2 of them have gone over the wall for home runs. As the first pitch breaking ball from Yun catches the outer half of the zone for strike 1.
Yeah, and you said it, this guy's got a lot of power. The last home run he hit was a 2-run home run against Lake Havasu, 400 feet, 97 miles off the bat to right center.
He chops that one up the middle, back to the shortstop White. He flips it to Osterloh, and the throw to first this time is low, but a nice scoop from Howarth to dig it out as the Pirates are able to turn another double play. This time it's a 6-4-3, as that'll end the top of the second. And we'll go into the bottom half in a few minutes. You listen to Palm Springs Power Baseball on Palm Springs Power YouTube.
Building your business is no small undertaking, and you need the right team by your side. Whether you're just getting started or expanding nationwide, Pacific Premier Bank is here to support your business every step of the way. As your trusted banking partner, we can help guide you down the right path with customized solutions designed for your business. We'll help you achieve the success you deserve. Pacific Premier Bank. Let's build your future together.
Four, 5, and 6 due up for the Pirates in the second, as it was for the Power. As we've seen 3 double plays through 3 half innings thus far, both defenses on point here in this championship series, as it's game 1 between the Power and the Inland Valley Pirates. No score here in the bottom of the second. Cole Howarth, the first baseman, leading off, and he watches ball 1.
Remember when I said Cole Korniarski was the biggest guy on their team? He's the best hitter, but Cole Howarth is the tallest guy on their team at 6'6".
Big frame in that right-handed batter's box, but he comes up empty on that swing. Good slider from Keller.
Yeah, Keller probably ideal to keep any pitches from the strike zone close, because we saw him in batting practice. Howarth was hitting bombs over that wall.
That pitch painted on the outside corner for strike 2. Good spot for Keller to go with that pitch after a breaking ball over the plate. We'll see where he goes with this 1-2 pitch. The southpaw kicks and fires. Fastball misses up. 2-2 is the count. Howarth in the cleanup spot. He's got Jordan Viramontes and Darren Osterloh behind him. Those 3 are guaranteed a plate appearance here in the second. Here's the 2-2. Misses down as the count runs full.
It's still a really good curveball. That's probably his best pitch that he's going to use today. You see how much that breaks from this vantage point. Probably comes down at least a foot or so right before it comes right at the batter's eye.
A lot of different ways that Keller can attack you, as he elects with a fastball on the full count, but he misses up and away. Leadoff walk to Howarth. I'll bring up Jordan Viramontes, the left fielder, today for Inland Valley.
I like the idea, though, from Kenny Keller, at least pitching around the strike zone and trying to mark up as much as he can on the outside frame, getting a feel for that strike zone right here, right? We talked about this in the other games with the Pirates. You just got to get a feel of that strike zone as a starting pitcher and be able to see where's the umpire going to call it. You know, obviously you let him walk, but better that than trying to force something and come up with a home run on the other end from Howarth.
First pitch to Viramontes is fouled straight back out of the park. 0-1 count. Viramontes on the year. Only went 1 for 10 against the Power in the 4 games they faced off in the regular season. As the next offering, he went all the way around as the count's now 0-2. Keller went upstairs and Viramontes chased after it.
Difference today, too, we have 3 umpires officiating this game rather than the usual 2, so we'll have some better eyes in the field.
Here's the 0-2 as it misses up and away to the Pirates' left fielder.
And Keller's just trying to change the eye level right now with that fastball. He is letting it go a little bit early on that release on the fastball. It's leaving it a little bit upstairs, a little too much. Bring it down a little bit, adjust it to that eye level, and if you can catch him swinging under it, that's perfect.
There's that big old Uncle Charlie, and it drops in for strike 3, out number 1.
I mean, that's exactly what I'm talking about with that curveball. It breaks so much at that last second, and that's where Kenny Keller's best pitch is going to come today, is that curveball.
Excellent tunneling from Keller to get out number 1. Darren Osterloh, the second baseman, stepping up to the plate. He still has Howarth on first after a leadoff walk. But there's 1 away in the inning now. I've already seen 3 double play balls. The 4th one is set up on a tee as the first pitch is fouled off the bat of Osterloh.
And we get the special opportunity to be able to watch the pitches break right in front of us, since, you know, usually we've been up in the press box at the stadium, but now we can see it from the level of where the pitcher's throwing it, and you can see that break. It's just nice to look at.
Yeah, much different vantage point than back home at Palm Springs Stadium, but it gives you a good perspective of the junk that Kenny Keller is capable of throwing, as the second pitch is lined into right field. Grayson Gegg has a glove on it for out number 2. Hard hit ball off the bat of Osterloh right at the Power right fielder. As there's 2 away, and Vaughn Coleman will step up to hit.
That breaks up the streak of double plays per half inning. We were on the verge of 4 double plays, but Darren Osterloh forces it to right field with that line driver, but right to the perfect spot where Grayson Gegg is standing in right field.
Yeah, well positioned for Gegg, which you mentioned the dimensions here at Citrus College. Very different than Palm Springs Stadium, a lot smaller of a field, so the outfielders in Cato Kleinman in left, Miles Walton in center, Grayson Gegg in right, doing extra time prepping before this game, trying to get a feel for their outfield positions. As the first pitch to Coleman misses for ball 1. Second pitch misses inside and gets past Chavez and allows Howarth to get to second base. He's now in scoring position with 2 away.
That time he threw that curveball and it kind of broke in, where he started it right down the middle rather than starting it outside. And the way that it broke, it brought it inside towards Vaughn Coleman, and then it just got out of the way from Chavez's glove, since it was a little bit too much inside for that break. And the big thing here, too, at this ballpark is that, you know, the walls are actually a little bit taller than Palm Springs and right center at that stadium. That probably makes up for the lack of distance.
Yeah, much larger walls here. The 2-0 pitch catches the outer half of the zone. Strike 1. It's a 2-1 count to Vaughn Coleman with 2 away here in the bottom of the second, still scoreless. As he flares that pitch into right center field. Gegg is underneath it, and he makes the grab for out number 3. So another base runner gets stranded as we're on to inning number 3. 0-0 is the score. We'll be right back. You're listening to Palm Springs Power Baseball on Palm Springs Power YouTube.
Jessup Auto Plaza has been proudly serving the Coachella Valley since 1938 as your trusted family-owned auto destination. Now, electrify your drive with the Valley's most extensive range of electric vehicles. Drive the Chevrolet Blazer, Equinox, Silverado, the powerful GMC Hummer, Sierra, and the distinctive Cadillac Lyriq. Silent power, bold performance. Electrify your drive. Jessup Auto Plaza. Since 1938, the EV brands you love, the family you trust.
Hey, Coachella Valley, Patrick Summers here, General Air Conditioning and Plumbing. Spring is here and summer is right behind it. Don't get caught with a broken air conditioning system. Call us now. Let us get a tune-up done. We're offering a special for $79. It comes with a seasonal guarantee. Call our team today. Get yourself scheduled before the heat hits. Be proactive, not reactive. Go ahead and book at callthegeneral.com or call our offices and we'll get you taken care of.
Top of the third here from Citrus College. Still scoreless between the Power and the Pirates. Here in game one of the CPCL Championship Series, Casey Kleinman, the Power shortstop today, will be leading off the third. He watches strike one. And second pitch already on the way, and it's called for a ball. But Jacob Yun is working quickly, looking like prime Mark Burley out there, maybe spending 5 seconds in between each pitch.
That's a crazy pull, Zach.
As the next one misses low. It's a 2-1 count.
I like it, though.
Very efficient stuff from the Pirates starting pitcher. As the 2-1 is punched into shallow right center, but it's the second baseman Osterloh who comes up with the first out.
Watch the way that Casey kind of comes around with that swing there, trying to poke it to right field, but he gets a little bit under the swing. That's why it left it flying up in the air for the second baseman. You see that back foot being pushed right under his hips, and usually that's how you draw your hips towards a certain area of the field when you're batting.
Grayson Gegg, the hitter now. He's already made a couple of plays out in right field, but he watches ball one outside. Gegg's been one of the hottest hitters for the Power. He's on a 7-game hit streak. He's 12 for his last 24. Breaking ball, backdoor catches the zone for strike one.
It's a really good slider pitch there that starts outside and comes right back in. A little bit more break, like a curveball, though.
There's that same pitch in the very same location. Gegg's thinking it's outside, but regardless, it's called for strike two and a 1-2 count.
And he almost hit a home run yesterday, too, against San Diego, and it was to the right center wall.
The 1-2 is in the dirt. Looked like a changeup, but Gegg was able to hold back.
We didn't know we didn't think we'd see Gegg's kind of power, but he does have it when he's able to lay a good one on the ball.
There's that breaking ball, and this time Gegg's able to put the bat on it. He hits it foul down the third base side, so he's still alive. Yeah, you mentioned it. He's got some sneaky pop, and he uses the whole field when he hits. During that 7-game hit streak, seems like half of those 12 hits have gone to left field. Here's another 2-2, and that one is hit right back up the middle. Good piece of hitting from Grayson Gegg. He's aboard.
And that's why he's in the lineup today. Gets a really good ball right here, right up the middle. Extends his consecutive hit streak to 8 games now with that hit there. He's been very hot as of late, and I'm sure the Power are going to have to ride him most of the time through this whole weekend.
Make it 13 for his last 25 as he's on first with one away. Cato Kleinman, the 9-hole hitter, at the plate. And first pitch misses low for ball one. Kleinman on the year hitting .385 with a .518 on base percentage. He's driven in 17 runs and scored 21 himself. As the next pitch catches the outer corner for strike one. He chops the 1-1 too short. White is able to toss it to Osterloh, to Howarth at first, as it's another double play for the Pirates defense. They've turned one in each inning thus far, and the Power leave another one on the bases as we're going into the bottom of the third. Still scoreless here from Citrus College. You're listening to Palm Springs Power Baseball on Palm Springs Power YouTube.
For 20 years, our family's mission has been simple. It all starts at Stuffed, where exceptional service meets bold flavors. Every crust, a masterpiece. Cocktails crafted to perfection in an atmosphere that brings family and friends together. Stuffed pizza, dine in or takeout. Savor and enjoy at our 2 locations. Quality, service, family legacy, it all starts at Stuffed.
Whenever you find yourself hungry for something real, simple, and true, we're here for you.
That's what a hamburger's all about.
Monster Shakes, the best ice cream creations in the desert and only place in the world that serves all 10 flavors of Dole Soft Serve. The winner of the best soft serve and smoothies, home to the world's best date shake and other fun creations like ice cream nachos and the cotton candy burrito. For a limited time, come in and try your luck. Any soft serve that weighs exactly 16 ounces is free. Monster Shakes in Palm Springs and Cathedral City facing the Mary Pickford. Franchise opportunities available too. Monster Shakes, a delicious mess.
Bottom of the third as Luke Madur, Connor Tallickson, and Cody White will bat in this inning. Kenny Keller still on the mound as the first pitch to Madur misses outside for ball one. It's been the game of double plays thus far. The Power defensively have turned one, but the Pirates have turned three, one in each inning. As the 1-0 is slapped right back up the middle off the bat of Madur. He's aboard with a leadoff single.
Yeah, first hit of the day for the Pirates. And this is where the task starts to become where, you know, you're in a pitcher's duel and also a defensive duel here. You're talking about the 4 double plays, 3 for the Pirates, and what they've been able to work with. This is, you know, the first series of the year with the Pirates, it was a pretty tough one for the Power, and it just seems like right now they're starting to come back to that form like they were in that first series.
First pitch to the Pirates backstop, Connor Tallickson in there for strike one. Yeah, we mentioned how it's been punch, counter punch throughout the regular season as the Pirates took 2 games on the road, and the Power responded with 2 games on the road last week, splitting the season series 2-2, but now these 2 top teams in the CPCL going head-to-head with a trophy on the line as the 0-1 fouled off. Looked like it caught a piece of somebody behind the dish, whether it was Matt Chavez or the home plate umpire. But the umpire's going to go have a word with Kenny Keller, which suggests that one caught a piece of Chavez. He looks to be fine.
And there hasn't been a whole lot of strikeouts from either team today, too. The only one from Kenny Keller back in the last half inning. Everyone's been putting it in play or getting walks or pretty much getting hits. So all these hitters locked in right now, but once they start adjusting to some of these pitches, they'll start keying in a little bit more. So now this is where that idea of the pitcher's duel starts to come on in, especially between Kenny Keller and Jacob Young. So far, these 2 pitchers handing out a pretty good game right now.
Yeah, that hit for Madur was the first one off of Kenny Keller. It was only a couple of walks that he had allowed, in which the Pirates were able to get on base through the first 2. Bottom 3, nobody out, runner on first in a scoreless ball game. As the next pitch misses outside with a breaking ball, it's 1-2. Not too large of a lead over there at first from Madur. As pitch inside, it's rolled over down the third base line. Tallickson will see another pitch.
The Pirates have been very good at home so far this season. Obviously, this place being their home, so they understand this field a little bit more. The only reason why the Power have been so good this season is because that home field advantage works out so well for them. But with the difference of just the turf and the dirt and the sand, even though this field is not entirely turf, it is a little bit more sand.
Ooh, the 1-2 pitch upstairs as Kenny Keller blows it right past Tallickson for a strikeout and out number 1. Second strikeout for Keller as he'll face Cody White with one away.
And that's where that pitch starts to come work. And we talked about that fastball upstairs a little bit earlier. We said, you know, you got to work on bringing that pitch down a little bit to bring that eye level down a bit. Exactly, that's what he did on that last pitch that got Connor Talix in a swing and a miss.
First pitch to White as he puts a big swing and a miss. He's behind 0-1. Keller ready to deliver the next pitch, and it's fouled straight back to our right as once again he's ahead 0-2. He was ahead 0-2 to Talixon when he got him to chase a fastball high. He went with a slider on the outer half of the plate before he threw that pitch, so we'll see if he goes there again to Cody White. Back picks to first to check on Luke Madur unsuccessfully. As the lefty delivers, misses upstairs with a fastball. As it's now 1-2. Chavez able to corral that, not let it get too far away. As Madur at first. Ready to advance into scoring position any opportunity he has. Here's the 1-2 from Keller. Fastball misses outside, and it's now 2-2.
There was a conversation earlier throughout the last couple of games where we talked about the depth of the catcher position. It was a good stop right there by Chavez. He had to lean out to his right to stop that ball from going to the backstop. And any of these balls that get by any of the catchers here today are probably going to allow runners to get by because it's such a wide margin between home plate and the backstop here.
That one's hit on the left side. Howler fields it, throws it to Gonzalez at second. Strong throw to Kirkland at first, who stretches out, but White is able to beat it out. So they get the out at second, but strong running from Cody White. He's able to be safe at first, but there's two away.
Almost became another double play right there in the infield. Good read there by Austin Haller, who's been very good at third base to get that ball right off the ground and be able to give a chance to the infield to make another double play there. But this is where Kenny Keller just needs to trust that defense continuously throughout this game. You can see the Pirates have been trusting their defense, so the Power doing the same thing here too.
So with two outs here in the bottom of the third, the lineup will flip over for Esteban Olazaba. He flew out to right field in his first at-bat. He's got a runner on first with two away. Cody White over there has a sizable lead with Kirkland holding him on. And the pitch misses up and away. Chavez kind of staring down White, who is not ready to retreat to his base just yet. Don't be surprised if we see a back pick in the future. As Keller tosses over there once again. But White's in there safely. Two away here, bottom three. It's scoreless between the Power and the Pirates in game one of the CPCL Championship Series, but the next pitch is launched into left center field. That one's going to get down and into the hedges out there. That ball just disappeared immediately. Cato Kleinman throwing his hands up as it keeps White at third after that two-out double from Olazaba. There's two runners in scoring position for the Pirates, and Mason Greenhouse is at the plate.
And the Pirates are now starting to open the back door a little bit here. Great piece of hitting from Esteban Olazaba with that double. That probably would have scored the first runs of the game, but because of the ivy that covers the entire left wall here, from a little bit of right center all the way down to our left field wall is covered in ivy. So we're going to see a lot of those ground rule doubles are going to be in play today. So that's exactly what happened because it got stuck in that ivy in left field just before Cato Kleinman at the wall.
Yeah, there's about 70% coverage out there on the wall. I'd say right center to the right field corner is the only unbothered part of that fence in which there's no ivy growing. But it works out in favor for the Power for now. The first pitch to Greenhouse misses outside, as does the second one, as it's 2-0 to the Pirates center fielder.
And Greenhouse has been, like we talked about, been pretty patient half the time in his at-bats. And with the runners in scoring position, both in the second and third, he's going to have to be very patient here and give the 3-4 batters a chance to try to score some runs here against the Power.
Olazaba's at second, Talixon at third with 2 away. Here's the 2-0 from Keller, and it's a fastball inside. Greenhouse offers and fouls it off.
It's a good pitch there by Kenny Keller, coming away with the curveball and then bringing it down. I think Mason Greenhouse thought that was going to be a fastball to stay right up, but he tracks it pretty well to the ground, but because he was under his swing, with the eye level being changed, he fouls it off.
2-1 count. Fastball on the edge. It's going to be a tough play for Casey Kleiman, but he makes it look easy, coming up and fielding it. Strong throw across the body to Kirkland at first to end the inning. A couple of base runners stranded in scoring position for the Pirates, but it's still scoreless through 3 innings here at Citrus College. Power coming up to hit in the 4th when we return.
Everyone knows good things come in threes, like Dave & Buster's Eat, Drink, and Play combo for just $19.99, including one mouth-watering entree, a refreshing beverage, a $10 power card, and a whole lot of fun, which means you enjoy a delicious meal for under $10. Oh, look, that's 5 good things. Good things come in threes at Dave & Buster's with the Eat, Drink, and Play combo for just $19.99. Buy online or in-store today.
Hello, Power Baseball fans. At SBMP Attorneys, we believe in the power of community. And that's why we proudly support the Palm Springs Power, our hometown baseball team. After a memorable championship season in 2024, capping off the team's 20th anniversary, we're all very excited about the 2025 Power team. SBMP Attorneys and the Palm Springs Power are 2 teams that are committed to excellence, community, and the spirit of winning. We'll see you all at the ballpark.
Top of the order for the Power, Austin Haller, Michael Gonzalez, and Miles Walton due up here in the 4th. First pitch from Jacob Young is a breaking ball that misses outside. Power trying to do what they can to avoid the double play ball. They've grounded into one in each of the first 3 innings. The last 2 are 6-4-3 double plays to end the inning, as it's a 1-1 count to Austin Haller. Power have had a base runner in each inning. Haller and Gegg with singles and a walk to Kirkland. 1-1, another breaking ball misses low and away. 2-1 to the Power leadoff hitter.
It's a lot to ask of your leadoff hitter to continuously take off on the ball and get hits, but they're going to need another one from Austin Haller here in this situation at least.
That one misses off the plate as well, so he's ahead in a hitter's count, 3-1. Mike Gonzalez on deck. As the 3-1 misses low, so it's a 5-pitch walk to Austin Haller to kick off the 4th inning.
And even if it's not a hit, that's still a good situation there because you get a runner at the bags there. But now the job is to not force something here and get a ground ball to the infield, because every single ground ball that's been hit to the infield so far has been defended very well by the Pirates defense. So Michael Gonzalez's job here is to just get a good hit, less is more, clean hit, and bring it to the outfield.
Let's see if manager Casey Dill wants to up the aggression on the base paths, as we see Gonzalez try to drop down a bunt, but he lands it foul. As As Haller's on first to lead off this 4th inning. Still scoreless between the Power and Pirates. It feels like whoever is going to score first has the immediate advantage that they can hold on to in what's looking like a pitcher's duel so far. As the 0-1 misses away.
And you said it, this is what a pitcher's duel is about. Kenny Keller, 46 pitches through 3 innings. Same thing with Young, 32 pitches through 3 innings.
And Gonzalez tries to drop down the bunt, but it goes foul. So he's got a 2-strike count. At the very least, he's going to try to advance Haller into scoring position.
And now with a 1-2 count, you can't really go for a bunt here because if you foul it, then you're out. So job here is to just get a hit.
Haller takes off from first, but it's a foul ball from Gonzalez. Haller's going to have to turn around and go back.
And I do like the idea of stealing the bag either way here in the situation with Haller going to second, because then you eliminate the possibility of giving them another double play.
There's a lot of room on that left side of the infield, particularly down the line with the third baseman playing way off the bag. Another foul ball off the bat of Gonzalez. That's 3 consecutive.
They're going to lean on Gonzalez a lot today here as well. The first game of the away series in UC Riverside, he was 3 for 4 with 3 singles, an RBI, and 2 runs scored. So if he can do that again here.
Haller takes off again, and he slides in feet first. He's in there safely, but Gonzalez is called out looking for strike 3. That'll be the first out, but a stolen base has Haller at second.
I think Haller caught a break there at second base because it looked very close by Cody White to put in a tag on Haller. Haller overthought that second base bag and sliding in. He came off of it initially, but because the ball got away, he was able to get back on that second base bag.
That'll bring up Miles Walton. Flew out to right field in the first. First pitch breaking ball stays up for ball 1. But it's Walton who leads this team in runs batted in, hits, extra base hits, stolen bases. He's been doing everything for the Power this summer as the 1-0 pitch is hit foul towards the batting cages down the first base side. He's got 12 extra base hits, 8 doubles and 4 triples. Plenty of pop in that bat for the Power center fielder. He's pretty much been cemented into the top 3 of the order since coming out to Palm Springs.
Yeah, and it makes sense when you have a guy who's hitting .454 with 44 hits and 12 extra bases.
1-1 is a slider that Walton's able to hold back on. A tough pitch to take, but he does so. As the count runs to 2-1. Haller at second with 1 away here in the top of the 4th of a scoreless ball game. Walton slaps that one up the middle. That one's going to drop. Casey Dill is waving around Haller. He's going to score. And it's a 1-0 ball game. Power lead over the Pirates here in the 4th. An RBI single for Miles Walton gives the Power the lead. And Mark Kirkland coming up to hit.
The assistance of that stolen base bag helps out Miles Walton here. And what other way would you want to have it with Miles Walton getting that RBI single right up the middle into the outfield? We talked about what Michael Gonzalez had to do. Obviously, he struck out, but then you throw it over to Miles Walton. He's able to get it through his 26th RBI of the season.
And Kirkland swings at the first pitch and hits that one into left field. It's at the base of the warning track, and it's going to roll off the wall. Mark Kirkland's at second, standing up with a double. Walton's at third, so there's 2 more in scoring position for the Power after that double from Mark Kirkland.
You talk about the hitter starting to get a feel for the game here with the pitches being thrown by Jacob Young. Mark Kirkland gets a good read there and adds number 8 double to his stat sheet.
He saw what Miles Walton did. He was able to slap a pitch up the middle. Kirkland goes up and tries to do the same. This one goes into left field, but he hit it far enough over the head of Viramontes out there in left. So he's at second. Walton's at third. There's still 1 out. And the hitter is Matt Chavez. He watches strike 1 on the inner half. Chavez has only had 15 at-bats for the Power, but he already has 6 hits. 3 of them are doubles, and he's driven in 8 runs. He punches that one into shallow center field. Greenhouse is going to grab it, but they're going to send home Walton, who slides in feet first. He's going to score the 2nd run of the ball game on a sacrifice fly from Chavez. Kirkland goes to 3rd. It's 2-0 Power.
It was a good hit there by Matt Chavez out in center field, but what a throw by Mason Greenhouse. He loaded up his hips, threw that ball in, and actually placed in the perfect spot. If Miles Walton's speed wasn't added to what he had there at third base, then he surely would have been out at home. It was a really good throw by Mason Greenhouse, but because of Miles Walton's speed, he's able to get into home plate by just a minuscule of an inch of his foot.
Yeah, it was hit to pretty shallow center field, and a very strong throw from Greenhouse nearly gunned down the runner at the plate to prevent the run, but it is Walton sliding in safely to push the lead to 2 for the Power. 2-0 here in the top of the 4th. First pitch to Andrew Rivas is a breaking ball over the plate for strike 1. Make it strike 2 as it's another breaking ball. So Yun is working backwards against Rivas here. Does he go 3 straight curveballs or try to run him up with a fastball here? The 0-2 delivery is that fastball up and away. 1-2 is the count. Kirkland still at 3rd, 90 feet away from making it a 3-0 ball game. 1-2, this time Rivas is able to put his bat on that breaking ball, and he fouls it off.
Yeah, Rivas barely missed that pitch right there, but because it hung up just a little bit above the strike zone, Rivas had to track that thing upstairs. If that ball came back down just a little bit more, then I'm surely that ball would have been hit to right field.
And he's able to go down to get this one. It's going to stay fair, as Rivas a little confused. He thought maybe that was going to go foul, but it stays to the left of the chalk down the line for out number 3, but not. That comes after the Power take the lead. It's 2-0, courtesy of an RBI single from Miles Walton and a sacrifice fly from Matt Chavez, as it's 2-0 going into the bottom of the 4th. We'll be right back for Palm Springs Power Baseball.
There's something winning in the Agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Across the Coachella Valley, you'll find our communities powered by short-term rentals. These rentals bring visitors and dollars to the region. Whether attending events, checking out the art scene, or dining at restaurants, when they spend money, we all score. The nearly $1 billion impact of short-term vacation rentals generates tax revenues that fund police, firefighters, education, and many other programs that improve our daily lives. To learn why short-term rentals are a grand slam for the home team, visit onecv.org.
Shopping for car insurance is confusing. Holy cow.
Great. Now we have a cow in our kitchen. Why did you say that?
Because I don't know what coverage to choose.
So just say the State Farm jingle. A State Farm agent can go over all your options with you and help choose coverage that meets your needs. Dude, cow, could you move?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
The deadlock has been broken, courtesy of your Palm Springs Power. It's 2-0 here in the bottom of the 4th. Kenny Keller on the mound for his 4th inning of work. And his first pitch fastball misses as Cole Koniarski, Cole Howarth, and Jordan Viramontes do up in the bottom half of this inning. 1-0 pitch misses outside as it's 2-0 to the Pirates right fielder. He grounded into a 6-4-3 double play to end the 1st. He's up to swing it for the 2nd time. Fastball goes up and away as Keller is down 3-0 to kick off this inning.
And this is where it's going to be a little bit tough here for Kenny Keller because he's facing off against the power part of the Pirates lineup. So he's got to be careful here against all these hitters here and not giving up those 2 runs that the power just got in the last half inning.
It's a 4-pitch walk to Koniarski to kick off the inning as Cole Howarth will come to the plate. That seems like it's always tough to go out there on the mound after your team has put up a couple of runs of offense. To go out there and get a quick innings is much easier said than done. But we've seen 4 double plays turned in this game thus far. Kenny Keller would love to see a 5th. Cole Howarth at the plate. The runner on first. He swings at the first pitch and chops it towards his home dugout on the first base side. It's 0-1.
Yeah, we saw a couple of hits from the Pirates in the last inning. You talked about Luke Madeir's single and then Esteban Olazaba's double there back in the last half inning. They're starting to get a read here on Kenny Keller just a little bit. If they start to get more hits here in this half inning against Kenny Keller, then Coach Casey or Manager Casey is going to have to start dibble-dallying about whether he's going to bring in his relief guys or not.
Fastball looked like it had the height, but perhaps missing off the outer half of the plate. It's called a ball. So a 1-1 count to the Pirates cleanup hitter. He walked in the second. Breaking ball darts in and out of the zone for ball 2. There's not really a lead over at first for Koniarski. He's got long legs. He could practically fall over and step on the bag at first. So he's not getting too big of a lead. The 2-1 is called for strike 2 on the outer corner to Howarth.
That's the best way you could have put that, Zach. You literally could just do that.
It's not the biggest lead, but he could take off at any moment.
He's probably really good at twister.
The 2-2, nice swing from Howarth, but he fouls it off down the right field line. He was late on that fastball on the inside. We'll see where Keller wants to attack him now. Couple of warm-up swings for Howarth. He gets ready for the 2-2. Lefty delivers, missing down and away. Good spot for that pitch, but no chase from the Pirates' first baseman, and the count runs full.
Yeah, looked very off of the corner on the outside of the strike zone. It was pretty close. I'm guessing the umpire saw that off about maybe half of a ball's length.
That one's right down Broadway and fouled off. Howarth laid on it, but he stays alive. Jordan Viramontes on deck, retrieving that foul ball. His teammate Howarth will see another payoff pitch from Keller. No movement on the base paths just yet, as this payoff pitch is fouled off once again. All these foul balls are going to the right side of the field as Viramontes is starting to catch up. Or excuse me, Howarth. He's ready to hit here. He has not left that right-handed batter's box this entire plate appearance. Another payoff pitch from Keller. Kicks and fires. It's at the knees, but below him, as it's ball 4, back-to-back walks to the Pirates. Second walk of the day for Cole Howarth, and Jordan Viramontes will step up.
Yeah, he's been very patient up at the plate so far through his first 2 at-bats. And now you look at the Pirates starting to get a little bit patient with the at-bats here. Now they're just forcing a high pitch count from Kenny Keller. This is the inning to really start to break through if you can and get those 2 runs back. But not only that, but jump in front as well.
First pitch to Viramontes is shoveled down beyond the first base dugout for a foul ball. So Keller gets ahead of the Pirates left fielder. Outfield playing straight up, although Cato Kleinman in left field is playing the wall. It's an Ivy replica of the Green Monster in Boston. So Kleinman's playing to it. A big curveball. That gets a big swing and a miss from Viramontes. He's behind 0-2. Good change of the eye level from Keller. You can go anywhere with this 0-2 pitch. He's able to get Viramontes way out in front. And he runs that one up. Nice job from Chavez to snag it. Keeps it in front of him. It's 1-2. We'll see if that was a setup pitch from Keller. We saw earlier he was ahead of Viramontes 0-2. Went with an 0-2 fastball up and away and then dropped in an Uncle Charlie. That's what he does here, and this time he gets the sword out. Viramontes with a half swing. He is retired for the first out.
Look at you calling tunneling here, Zach. That was a very good way to set it up. Bring up the fastball upstairs. Yes, you don't pull a swing from Jordan Viramontes, but then you come away with the curveball, but this time in the dirt and a full-on sword from the sheath.
Good spot for that curveball. It started up and dropped down versus the last one where it started up and stayed up. He gets the big first out here in the fourth. Darren Osterloh at the plate. He still has runners on first and second. His team trailed by 2. And the first pitch is away for ball 1. Osterloh, one of 3 Pirates to fly out to Grayson Gegg in right field. That was back in the second. Here he is in the fourth with a 1-0 count. Swings right through that slider. Counts even 1-1.
And when you get an 0-2 count here, big thing here is to try to set up the hitter just like Viramontes. So expect him to come away with a high-speed fastball upstairs.
He goes down low. He's trying to get a ground ball here. But Darren's able to foul that one off.
You're not really expecting a lot of speed at the bases here between the 2 taller guys at the bases. They're more of the power hitters of your lineup. So,
yeah, Koniarski's at second, the 3-hole hitter. Howarth at first in the cleanup spot. Both of those guys, bigger frames. I'm sure they have some speed, but from a first glance, you can't judge whether they're going to take off or not. We haven't seen a Pirate try to steal a bag just yet, but there is pressure on the bases now. Keller has a 1-2 count against Osterloh. I'm sure he'd like to put him away here. Similar outfield positioning in this plate appearance for Osterloh as the previous one for Viramontes. Breaking ball in and out of the zone. Blocked in the dirt for ball 2. Good job from Chavez to stay in front of that, or keep the ball in front of him, I should say.
he's been doing a very good job behind the plate so far. No pass balls thus far and through 3 1/3.
That one is ripped into left center field. Cato Kleinman is able to grab it on one hop. Coming into score is Koniarski. It's an RBI single for Osterloh, and the Pirates cut the deficit in half. It's now 2-1.
He came right in with the slider, and Darren Osterloh brought the hands in and able to get the pitch on the inside part of the strike zone and sends it out to left field. And the Pirates get that run back that they gave up in the last half inning.
Yeah, it was fortunate for Osterloh. That ball kind of dying off the bat by the time it got out into left center field. If it was hit harder and would have stayed hung up, perhaps Kleinman or Walton could have gotten there, but a perfectly placed ball in the left center gap splits the 2 power outfielders. First run of the ball game for the Pirates. They're now down by 1, but they have runners on first and second. Still only 1 out, and Vaughn Coleman at the plate. Coleman, one of the other 3 Pirates to fly out to right field, as this one is skied into the third base position. Howler is under it, fighting the sun, but he makes the grab for out number 2.
Yeah, it's a really good read there by Austin Haller at third base. Yeah, he had to use his glove to really block that sunlight out because it's setting over in the west, obviously, and we're facing kind of about southeast right now, so the sun is facing towards Austin Haller's direction right now. It's a good read for him to be able to make that catch.
It's probably going to be called an infield fly regardless, but nice defensive work with the glove over there from Austin Haller. The first pitch to Luke Madure misses low.
And Luke Madure has a good read on the pitches right now as well. He singled in his last at bat, so got to be patient with Luke Madure here if you're Kenny Keller.
It was a single right back up the middle. As this pitch misses low and in, it's 2-0 to the Pirates DH.
Might have a better matchup with the next guy coming up if you end up walking Luke Madure here. You see where he's placing the pitches right now below the strike zone where he can try to force a ground ball by Luke Madure.
Catcher Talixon on deck with 2 away. As he hits that one right back up the middle, Kenny Keller is able to glove it, and it bounces towards Kirkland at first. A pinball play that ends the 4th inning as a little bit of luck ends up in the glove of Mark Kirkland. But that comes after the Pirates get a run, as it's now 2-1 here from Citrus College. We'll be back for the 5th. Casey Kleinman, Grayson Gegg, and Cato Kleinman, bottom of the lineup, due up for the Power. We'll be right back.
The Management Trust is a 100% employee-owned company. Every employee has a vested interest in providing memorable experiences to every homeowner and board members of HOAs. It's a very powerful thing. No homeowners association is too small or too large for us to manage. From community maintenance services to customized absentee home care, the Management Trust provides just about every service any homeowner could ask for.
Hi, I'm Damien with the Management Trust. We're a community management built differently for your homeowners association. To find out how, give me a call.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Quality first. It's quite a philosophy to live by. But world-class ingredients are the foundation of great meals. And we wouldn't have it any other way. At Kaiser Grill in downtown Palm Springs, we believe you deserve the best. So whether it's dinner for 2 or a celebration with 200
We've got a good one here from Citrus College here in Glendora. 2-1 ball game in the top of the 5th. Power lead over the Pirates. And leading off this 5th will be Casey Kleinman. He watches a breaking ball for strike 1.
Yeah, the Power got a really good turn of at-bats in that last half inning. See if they can do it again here.
Off speed. That Kleinman swings right through as he's behind 0-2. Grayson Gegg and his brother Cato right behind him in the order, but it's good morning, good afternoon, and good night to the Power shortstop, Casey Kleinman. He goes down swinging for out number 1.
Yeah, it gives him the back-to-back change-up sliders on those last 2 pitches, and all Casey can do is really just swing under those pitches and strikes out swinging here. He almost had one on the pitch before the last one, just unfortunately comes up empty.
Yeah, Casey doesn't strike out a lot, so to see him go up 3 pitches and go down after 3 is very rare. That's how well Jacob Young has been throwing the ball as he fires strike 1 to Grayson Gegg. He's 1 for 1 today. He had a hit in the 3rd. Right back up the middle. He offers at this pitch and rolls over down the first base side.
We saw this a lot from a lot of these Inland Valley Pirates players, especially the pitching. They go very quick. They throw off the timing of the Power's hitters. Every time the Power batters step right in, they're ready and set to throw.
Bit of a quick pitch right there from Young as he tried to rush his release. Ball 1-2 to Power right fielder Gegg. Breaking ball way off the plate into the opposite batter's box for ball 2.
So the Power is starting to get the bullpen active because since Kenny Keller's up to 74 pitches, they got somebody warming up down there.
The 2-2 pitch is in the dirt, skipping up towards the Power dugout as the count runs full for Grayson Gegg. He was able to extend his hit streak to 8 back into third with his single. He's been one of the hottest hitters in the lineup for the Power. Here he is with 1 out and a full count. And he slaps that one up the middle. A diving White gets his glove on it, but it trickles into shallow center field. Another single for Grayson Gegg. He's 2 for 2.
Same exact hit right up the middle like he did the last at bat, 6-4 with that single, continuously giving the Power that hot streak and the right player they need in these times. When you are in playoff mode, you need a hot hitter. Grayson Gegg has been that.
So he's on first with 1 out. Cato Kleinman, the hitter. He swings at the first pitch and fouls it off. Looks like it might have gotten a piece of him as well.
It's a good thing he's wearing a helmet.
Very aggressive approach in this 5th inning plate appearance for Cato Kleinman.
Looks like the Pirates have some bullpen work moving too on their side. Power got Chapman Weber warming up.
Fastball right down Broadway for strike 2. Third baseman playing about halfway in, maybe expecting Kleinman to drop a bunt, although I'd be surprised if he does so with a 2-strike count. Fastball right on the edge of the plate, but called ball 1. Good spot for Jacob Young to put that pitch. Working quickly, he's ready for the 1-2 delivery. Kicks and fires. Over the middle, and Kleinman rolls over to second, to short, and to first. It's another double play for the Pirates defensively. That's their 4th through 5 innings, as there's 3 outs, and we'll head to the bottom of the 5th. Still 2-1 lead for the Power as we're halfway through game 1. Here from Citrus College, we'll be back for the bottom of the 5th.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $27.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
Bottom 5 now, as it's still a 2-1 game. Power lead over the Inland Valley Pirates here in game 1 of the CPCL Championship Series. As Kenny Keller's day is done, he threw 4 innings, as now Chapman Weber on the mound for the Power. He's taking on Connor Talixon to kick off this bottom of the 5th, and he throws ball 1. So Keller went 4 innings, allowed 3 hits, only 1 run. Walked 4 and struck out 3 through 74 pitches to 17 batters, but his day is done. As the UC San Diego product on the mound, he misses with ball 2.
Yeah, really coming out with the heat on these first 2 pitches, but he's really coming over the top with a lot of them so far. Both the last 2 pitches right in the ground. And this is arguably one of the Power's best relief pitchers with a 1.50 ERA. He's only seen 4 different appearances, but he doesn't go more than 2 innings in relief efforts.
The 2-0 fastball right on the black. It's a 2-1 count.
A pretty good day from Kenny Keller. We talked about he usually doesn't go more than 4 innings, but that's where he finishes off. 4 innings, 74 pitches, 3 hits, 1 run earned, and 4 walks and 3 Ks.
As the 2-1 is slapped up the middle, but Gonzalez gets a glove on it across his body, makes the throw. Scooped out at first by Kirkland. That's an El Paseo Jewelers web gem if I've ever seen one.
My goodness. Stupendous play there by Mike Gonzalez. On the defensive side, I thought that ball was going to get into the outfield, but he comes out with the speed, turns her out full hips, full 360 to throw it back to first base.
Excellent range from the Power second baseman as he's able to get out number 1. Cody White, the hitter now at the bottom of the Pirates lineup. He was able to reach on a fielder's choice in the 3rd. As Weber goes through the windup, the first pitch in the dirt for ball 1.
Yeah, Weber throwing the ball like he's with a purpose on the last couple pitches. That last one in the dirt, we talked about the first 2 pitches thrown to Connor Talixon that were just in the ground. So really chucking it, but not trying to find that control that he needs to establish here in this relief effort.
1-0 catches the zone on the bottom corner away from White for strike 1.
How about both defenses today so far between these 2 teams? 4 double plays for the for the Pirates, 1 double play for the Power. But the way that the infield has been playing with ground balls have been so fantastic so far.
The 1-1 misses low for ball 2. Yeah, you mentioned we just saw that play from Gonzalez at second base. We saw Austin Haller with a nice play at 3rd. As it's been championship level defense from both squads today.
Yeah, Kenny Keller's foot has been part of it too.
Absolutely. One of the most unconventional putouts you'll see as the 2-1 is roped into left field as Cody White has himself a 1-out base knock.
He gets one over the top on the outer part of the strike zone and pulls the bat around to drill it through the 5-6 hole in the infield. Good piece of hitting there by Cody White, who's put the ball in play twice, and he's reached both times, whether that be a fielder's choice or a single.
So the lineup will flip over for the Pirates. It's Esteban Olozaba, who's 1 for 2 with a double today. He's at the plate with 1 out, a runner on first. His team trail by 1. Weber taking his time, kicks and fires. First pitch swinging is Olozaba. He lines it straight into center field. Walton's underneath it and makes the grab for out number 2. Nice swing from the Pirates' third baseman, but it found a power defender who didn't have to move really at all. Hit right back up the middle. There's 2 outs and Mason Greenhouse at the plate.
It's just a pretty well hit ball, but laid it under a little bit on that swing. Not enough power to get over that wall and over the head of Miles Walton. Just a good piece of hitting, just not enough power on it.
Not enough power to put it past the Power as Greenhouse steps in there to hit. He watches a big old breaking ball in there for strike 1. Would love to see the TrackMan data on that curveball.
Probably an 18-inch vertical break for sure. That thing had a lot of break down to the South Pole.
The 0-1 is a fastball. This time Greenhouse offers at it. He gets a piece of it, but hits it foul, so He's down 0-2 early. He's 0 for 1 today with a walk. Grounded out to short to end the third inning. He's going to have to protect here in an 0-2 count with 2 away. Weber comes set, kicks and fires. There's that breaking ball. Doesn't get the call. The middle infield ready to trot off. They thought that was a good enough spot. Instead, it's a 1-2 count.
Umpire says he missed it about an inch off the plate low in the strike zone.
Let's see if he goes right back to the breaking ball or runs it up. Runner goes, and it's a fastball in the dirt, and White is safe at second, so he's able to get in there with a stolen base. He's in scoring position with 2 away now. After that pitch was called low, it's now a 2-2 count to Greenhouse.
It was a good placement there by Chapman Weber on that pitch, a fastball, low part of the strike zone, but just misses the knees of Mason Greenhouse just below his lower half, obviously. That's what happens when you get a tall player in the box. Strike zone up a little bit more. I wish I had that, Zach.
Here's the 2-2. That one in a good spot, but as you said, Justin, not high enough to be called strike 3 to Mason Greenhouse. The count has run full.
Yeah, I would have been rung up on that pitch, Zach, every time.
Baseball players come in all shapes and sizes as Greenhouse calls time. Feels like a big plate appearance here. Full count with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. The tying run is in scoring position. Weber shakes off his catcher for the first time, now delivers the payoff pitch and blows it right past Greenhouse for a strikeout in out number 3. So a runner gets in scoring position but gets stranded there as the Power have a 2-1 lead through 5 here at Citrus College. Top of the 6th coming up. We'll be right back on Palm Springs Power YouTube.
It's a family setting, you know, we come and we get into conversation, and it's comfortable here is what I guess I'll say. It's comfortable.
The hot cocoa has whipped cream and sprinkles in the whipped cream in the hot cocoa.
Very family oriented. You know, they cater to the kids. They got the coloring books and crayons, and they have kid-sized stuff about almost for everything that you would want. So young and old, everybody can enjoy it.
It's the best.
Made from scratch memories. Elmer's.
Building your business is no small undertaking, and you need the right team by your side. Whether you're just getting started or expanding nationwide, Pacific Premier Bank is here to support your business every step of the way. As your trusted banking partner, we can help guide you down the right path with customized solutions designed for your business. We'll help you achieve the success you deserve. Pacific Premier Bank. Let's build your future together.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $27.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
We're in the top of the 6th. Here at Citrus College, the Power have a 2-1 lead in Game 1 of the CPCL Championship Series. And they've got the top of the lineup to get them going. Austin Haller at the plate against Jacob Yun in his 6th inning of work. First pitch misses low and away for ball 1.
Now, Haller's been very patient at the plate today against Yun. Reached it both times, either with a hit or a walk. See if he can try to get on here a 3rd time.
Breaking ball misses low as it's 2-0. Haller led off the 4th and got on base with a walk. He stole second and came around to score the first run of the ball game on an RBI single from Miles Walton. The 2-0 pitch is at the knees.
Yeah, 3 same exact pitches. All 3 of those pitches sinkers. The last one caught the strike zone just a minuscule of an inch.
2-1 to the Power third baseman. And it's a fastball off the plate. Count runs to 3-1. Very similar start to this 6th inning as the 4th. As Haller was in a 3-1 count when he saw ball 4. This time it's a breaking ball over the plate to run the count full 3-2.
Very patient at bat here. 4 of the last 5 pitches, all of them sinkers. That last one, very close to the slider, but it still broke down a little bit more vertical.
Here's the payoff pitch, and Haller gets a piece of it, slaps it into left field. That one's going to drop into the corner. It's a fair ball. He's going to get into second standing up as he leads off this top of the 6th with a double. Nice piece of hitting there from Haller. Didn't try to do a whole lot. Just took that pitch on the outer half and slapped it down the left field line. Fell about a foot to the right of the line near that 315 sign in the corner of left field.
Yeah, you said it right. It just not a whole lot off of the bat, just trying to get something in play. And if you're going to throw 6 consecutive pitches in the same spot on the outside from Austin Haller, you better be sure to bring it back in.
Gonzalez shows bunt and drops a beauty down the first base line. The throw is errant, and it allows Haller to get to, or he's going to stay at third actually, but it's a bunt single for Gonzalez as he was going to beat out that play regardless. A beautifully executed bunt. And Miles Walton's going to come to the plate.
Yeah, it was a really good bunt by Michael Gonzalez. He brings the bat down, sends it down the first baseline, and it just sat so close to that line, and it barely would have got in there. And Jan decides to make it the decision to pick that ball up in fair and throw it down. And in the way of the base path, that's still a tough play to make. I still wouldn't do that, especially with a guy in scoring position. If that ball got away from the infield, then that surely would have added another run to the board. Especially in an important game like this, you don't want to do that kind of thing.
So that will do it for Jacob Young. He faces 2 batters in the 6th. They both reach, and that's it for him. So he goes 5+ innings, only allows 2 earned runs for now. He's responsible for Haller and Gonzalez at first and third. But as the new arm comes in to warm up, we'll take a break and return. It's 2-1 here in the top of the 6th. Power lead over the Pirates. We'll be right back. Chris Hernandez is the new arm on the mound for the Pirates. He inherits a runner on first and a runner on third as Haller and Gonzalez were able to reach base safely to kick off this top of the 6th. A double from Haller followed by a bunt single from Gonzalez has Power players on the corners with nobody out, and Miles Walton at the plate. He watches the first pitch low. Walton 1 for 2 on the day with an RBI single that gave the Power the lead back in the 4th. He came around to score on the Matt Chavez sac fly. 1-0 to Walton, misses outside as it's 2-0.
Yeah, Chris Hernandez has got a lot of good pitches, at least 90 plus on that arm there. The last time he faced off against Power was the second game of the doubleheader series away at UC Riverside. 2 innings pitched, 3 hits, 1 run earned with 2 walks, 3 strikeouts.
And the 2-0 pitch is a breaking ball. Thought it was over the plate. It must have missed high as, oh, that is called strike 1.
It cut around on the outer part of the strike zone, started inside it at Miles Walton's left shoulder, and it cut all the way across diagonally, about 12 inches of break.
2-1 pitch at the knee is called for strike 2.
Against a righty pitcher here, that slider works very well with that massive amount of break that starts on the inside part of the plate for the hitter and then comes right back outside and dots it on the outside corner.
Nobody has driven in more runs for the Power this season than Miles Walton. He's already done so once today, and he hits that one into right field. That one's going to get through. He drives in another one. Haller steps on the plate. It's 3-1 Power.
Miles Walton getting his name called it once again, able to push that ball to the right field. He gets a good one as that pitch stayed right inside the strike zone on that same curveball pitch that we've been watching and talking about through that at-bat, and he's able to get a good one to right field for his second RBI of the day and RBI number 27 of the season.
And for the second time today, he drives home Austin Haller, both with an RBI single. So he's at first. Gonzalez is now at second, and there's still nobody out. Mark Kirkland at the plate, who's reached base twice today. Got a walk and a double. And he swings at the first pitch, hits it sharply to short. To second for the out, and a good stretch at first from Howarth to get Kirkland. So it's another double play, the 5th in 6th innings. As the Pirates defense has been on point. Gonzalez is now at third, but there's 2 away.
Yeah, you talked about how good this Pirates defense has been all day. The 5th double play today, but the Power just have been able to, drive in those runs off of the hits where the runner stands at second rather than leaving it open at first.
Big breaking ball to Chavez, misses inside for ball 1.
It's a lot of break on that curveball. It's probably very similar to Kenny Keller's curveball that we watched earlier. A lot of break that starts inside over the top, comes right back down low on the outside.
Very different stuff from what Jacob Young was throwing, as the second pitch is lined softly to Osterloh at second. He snags it out of the air for the 3rd out. But the Power able to add another run to their tally. It's now 3-1 going into the bottom of the 6th. Here at Citrus College, we'll be right back for the bottom half of the inning here on Palm Springs Power YouTube.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Hello, Power Baseball fans. At SBMP Attorneys, we believe in the power of community. And that's why we proudly support the Palm Springs Power, our hometown baseball team. After a memorable championship season in 2024, capping off the team's 20th anniversary, we're all very excited about the 2025 Power team. SBMP Attorneys and the Palm Springs Power are 2 teams that are committed to excellence, community, and the spirit of winning. We'll see you all at the ballpark.
Monster Shakes, the best ice cream creations in the desert and only place in the world that serves all 10 flavors of Dole soft serve. The winner of the best soft serve and smoothies, home to the world's best date shake and other fun creations like ice cream nachos and the cotton candy burrito. For a limited time, come in and try your luck. Any soft serve that weighs exactly 16 ounces is free. Monster Shakes in Palm Springs and Cathedral City, facing the Mary Pickford. Franchise opportunities available too. Monster Shakes, a delicious mess.
Bottom 6, and we are still at a 3-1 ball game. Chapman Weber still on the mound and still pumping heat as he throws the first pitch by Cole Koniarski to get ahead 0-1. Koniarski 0 for 1 with a double play and a walk. He came around to score the only run of the game thus far for the Pirates. And he hacks at the second offering from Weber and cuts right through it once again. He's behind 0-2.
It's a lot of good pitch selections here from Chapman Weber that he can use with his arsenal.
A lot of different ways he can go here with this 0-2 pitch. Goes right back to the heater, doesn't get the call. Looked like it nipped the corner. Instead, it's ball 1.
It's a very close pitch to the strike zone. Bit of a bang-bang type of pitch there, and the umpire doesn't give him the benefit of the doubt.
3 straight heaters from Chapman. Let's see where he goes with this 1-2 pitch. Kicks and fires, and this time right past him. 3 straight swings and misses for Koniarski. He goes down for the first out. Second strikeout today for Weber as Cole Howarth, the first baseman, at the plate. He's got 2 walks today in 2 plate appearances.
And Koniarski swinging under those pitches, those breaking ball sliders that come around across the plate, and he swung under all 3 pitches that came across the strike zone.
First pitch over the plate and called strike 1 against Howarth. So Jacob Young's day is done. His final stat line, 5 innings pitched. He allowed 7 hits. All 3 runs are earned and go against him as the 0-1 is slapped right up the middle as Howarth is on base with a sharply hit single. 2 walks and a single for the Pirates cleanup hitter. He's been a tough out. He's on first.
Certainly has been a very tough out. 2 walks. He's been able to reach on base every single at-bat so far. So for the Pirates, in their eyes, they're going to have to lean on Cole Howarth in this situation now that he's gone through 3 at-bats. And now with that single there, he's going to start to get a little bit more active. But the Pirates have to start swinging around the order to be able to bring Howarth into a situation where they can score runs down 2.
Yeah, when he reached in the 2nd and 4th via base on balls, he was stranded at second base both times. With 1 away, he's at first. And his left fielder, Jordan Viramontes, at the plate, 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts.
And if Chapman Weber got anything from Kenny Keller can probably could have told him, hey, Jordan Viramontes has been binding on a lot of pitches so far, so really get him to get on one.
Chops this one to Haller at third, strong throw to Gonzalez at second, and another good throw to Kirkland at first. It's a 5-4-3 double play, the second of the day for Power defensively. As we're through 6, and the lead is 3-1 for Palm Springs. As we go into the 7th, we'll take a break and return when Andrew Rivas, Casey Kleinman, and Grayson Gegg come up to hit.
Everyone knows good things come in 3s, like our eat, drink, and play combo for just $19.99. Maybe the saying should be good things come in 19.99s. Maybe not. The Dave & Buster's Eat, Drink, and Play combo for just $19.99.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $27.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Jessup Auto Plaza has been proudly serving the Coachella Valley since 1938 as your trusted family-owned auto destination. Now, electrify your drive with the Valley's most extensive range of electric vehicles. Drive the Chevrolet Blazer, Equinox, Silverado, the powerful GMC Hummer, Sierra, and the distinctive Cadillac Lyriq. Silent power, bold performance. Electrify your drive. Jessup Auto Plaza. Since 1938, the EV brands you love, the family you trust.
Top of the 7th here from Citrus College in Glendora. The Power have a 3-1 lead over the Inland Valley Pirates in Game 1 of the CPCL Championship Series, as the first pitch to Andrew Rivas misses low for ball 1.
You know, I've been pretty unlucky in this booth in terms of, you know, exposing teams and jinxing them, but today has been a very clean game so far. 7 double plays for both defenses combined.
Oh, that foul ball sticking in the netting above us to our left. Not very often you see that, but a nicely hit foul ball finds a new home into the netting, or fencing, I should say.
Yeah, it's literally just stuck up there.
1-1 count to Rivas to kick off the 7th inning, and he fouls this one back as well. This one going over towards the driving range behind us. It's a 1-2 count to Rivas. Rivas 0 for 2 today, but 6 for 16 coming into this game with 2 home runs and 8 runs batted in. But he swings and misses through that one. A nice off-speed pitch from Hernandez to get the first out.
Yeah, really good tunneling there by Chris Hernandez with the changeup that dropped right down, and Andrew Rivas is expecting a fastball right down the middle there.
Good change of speeds from Hernandez to retire the first batter of the 7th, Casey Kleinman at the plate. He watches a slider in the dirt for ball 1. The 1-0 to Kleinman is off the plate and low, so he's ahead 2-0.
Yeah, 0 for 2 today, Casey Kleinman, and we saw a very rare strikeout swinging in the last at bat. Not very often do we see Casey really strike out in these situations.
Got a hitter's count here, 2-0 against Hernandez. He throws a breaking ball over the plate for strike 1.
That's a really good curveball right over the outside part of the strike zone. Talked about how nice that pitch looks cutting across diagonally.
There it is again. This one called for strike 2. Looked like it might have been a baseball outside, but crosses the plate right on the edge of the zone. It's a 2-2 count to Kleinman. Another breaking ball. He goes up and gets it and fouls it off of his foot.
Yeah, he's expecting that pitch to come right back in again, the same exact speed of that curveball in the last 2 pitches, but this time Chris Hernandez comes away with a changeup with the curveball there, brings it off speed and drops it in, and Casey gets a piece of it.
Yeah, he's moving around gingerly. Certainly caught the brunt end of that foul ball. Home plate umpire giving him some time to settle back into the box.
He's having himself a laugh with Casey.
He's choked up on that bat for this 2-2 pitch, and he slaps it foul over towards the restrooms here at Citrus College.
Yeah, good defensive swing because he chokes up on that bat. He can bring the bat around a little faster, and he gets a fastball inside. He's just a little bit late on the swing, but he's able to fend it off.
Here's another 2-2. This one's low, but underneath the glove of Hernandez. Kleinman's running well, but it's not going to be in time as the throw from Osterloh beats Kleinman for out number 2.
Yeah, the ball touching Chris Hernandez's glove right there on that little grounder right up the middle slowed the ball down a little bit, but it was a good job by Osterloh to come charging in from second base to grab the ball and make the play on Casey Kleinman running to first.
So with 2 away here in the top of the 7th, Grayson Gegg comes up to hit. He's 2 for 2 with 2 singles.
Super hot fire, Mr. Grayson Gegg.
He's been one of the hottest hitters in the latter half of the season for the Power, but he swings and misses on the first pitch.
He's facing off of a different pitcher this time, so he's going to have to start readjusting to a different look here.
He swings on the 0-1 and fouls it off the top of the fencing here, so he's down 0-2. But yeah, you mentioned his 2 hits today were against Jacob Yun through the first 5 innings, now against Chris Hernandez. He's behind 0-2 as it's his turn to choke up and try to put the ball in play. He watches a breaking ball miss off the plate.
I knew that pitch was coming on the off-speeder there, but he lets it go a little bit early, and it stayed just outside for Grayson Gegg. And you can tell he's having a good read on these pitches when he hits the ball right up the middle.
He just got a piece of that one to stay alive. He'll see another pitch.
And you see how he readjusts bat swing, the speed of it, right down to the ball, because that wasn't, it was another changeup on that last pitch, and he brings the bat down and able to fend it off. He's got good timing so far and a good placement of where that ball needs to meet the bat.
And that one skips away from Talixon, the Pirates' backstop, as Gegg's putting together a nice plate appearance here with 2 away in the 7th. He's hitting over 500 during his 8-game hit streak. That includes the 2 hits he has for himself today. But he's trying to extend this inning and give Cato Kleinman a chance to hit. 2-2 pitch in the dirt as the count runs full. Nice job from Gegg to go from an 0-2 to a 3-2 while fouling off a couple of pitches in between.
Yeah, he's only watching those pitches that come right close to the strike zone. He's not going to go for those last 2 sinkers that are down in the ground.
The payoff pitch down the middle and hit sharply to the first base side, but takes a hop and gets past Howarth as Gegg is on for the 3rd time today. 3rd hit of the afternoon. All 3 of them are singles. This one comes with 2 away, and Cato does get to hit in the 7th.
Yeah, another good piece of hitting by Grayson Gegg. He gets a good pitch right there. The sinker stayed up a little bit above the knees, lines it down to the 3rd baseman, and because of the awkward hop there and the speed of the ball, able to get away from Howarth on the sand there in the ground.
Looked like a slider backdoor called for strike 1 to Cato Kleinman, who's hitting to 2 double play balls today. Trying to get this one up and over the infield, and that's what he does here. It's slapped into left field, but tracking backwards is Viramontes. He sticks a glove up and snags it for the 3rd out. So the Power do get a base runner, but he is stranded out there as it's stretch time here in Glendora. The Power have a 3-1 lead, and we'll be back for the bottom of the 7th here on the Palm Springs Power YouTube channel.
The Management Trust is a 100% employee-owned company. Every employee has a vested interest in providing memorable experiences to every homeowner and board members of HOAs. It's a very powerful thing. No homeowners association is too small or too large for us to manage. From community maintenance services to customized absentee home care, the Management Trust provides just about every service any homeowner could ask for.
Hi, I'm Damien with the Management Trust. We're a community management built differently for your homeowners association. To find out how, give me a call.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in-app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
Power lead over the Pirates 3-1 here in the bottom of the 7th in Game 1 of the CPCL Championship Series on this Saturday late evening, or early evening I should say. Huge breaking ball over the plate to get ahead of Darren Osterloh, strike 1.
Yeah, you see the way that started on the outside part, and Darren Osterloh thought that was going to hit him right in the helmet, but it cuts right back into the strike zone. What a pitch by Weber.
And he throws another one, this one over the plate once again. A couple of Uncle Charlies to get himself ahead 0-2. We saw this earlier where he goes curveball, curveball, fastball. What does he do here? That's what he does. First base umpire says he did not go around, so it's ball 1.
Still like the idea of coming up with the high speed fastball above the strike zone. A little bit high for the hitter here in the box. A little bit of a shorter stature here from the hitter, so bring it down just a little bit.
There's another breaking ball this time. Osterloh is able to hold back. Counts now 2-2. Been a great ball game thus far through 6.5 innings. 3 runs on 8 hits for the Power, 1 run on 5 hits, and 1 error for the Pirates. The 2-2 pitch misses away as the count runs full to Osterloh, leading off the bottom of the 7th.
Yeah, it's been a pretty clean game so far, minus that error, but that hit by Grayson Gegg on the last at-bat in the last half inning, that could go either way with the way that ball was hit to the first baseman.
And the payoff pitch is misses low. It's a leadoff walk to Osterloh as Vaughn Coleman will come up to hit.
It's a very good at-bat there by Osterloh. You saw he came in from behind with the 0-2 count to start off that at-bat and then patiently watches other pitches come by. And they were very close to the strike zone. They just didn't get the call from the umpire.
Yeah, you mentioned it. Great patience from Osterloh to seek out the rest of that plate appearance after watching a couple of really good curveballs. First pitch to Coleman as a fastball that stays up for ball 1.
This is where the Pirates need to be careful too. The only person that only has the stolen base is Cody White so far in this game. And every time we see the man at first, he usually ends up in a double play.
That one catching the bottom corner for a strike. 1-1 is the count. Yeah, you mentioned it. We've seen 7 double plays turned. 2 for the Power defensively and 5 for the Pirates. The 1-1 is hit sharply but foul down the left field line.
It was a pretty well hit ball, but because it came over the top, it trailed and curved to the left field side just beyond the chalk here at the ballpark.
So a 1-2 count for Vaughn Coleman. He has a fly out and a pop out today. As Weber comes set, kicks and fires. It's a fastball up in the zone and punched into right field. Grayson Gegg says he's got it and makes the grab. Throw to first was very close. He almost got himself a 9-3 double play, but in there safely is Osterloh. Too close for comfort, though, but there's 1 out.
Yeah, because that ball was hit into shallow right field, Grayson Gegg had to come all the way in from deep right field, tracking that ball. And the way that he was reading that ball up in the air, it looked like it might have dropped in right field. And so Darren Osterloh has a stick between first and second. When he has to go back to first, he has to sprint all the way there, and Grayson Gegg had good awareness.
Runner takes off on the first pitch to fastball that gets a swing and a miss from Mador. And it looks like the throw made it into center field, so it's a stolen base for Osterloh. He's in scoring position. Looked like the Pirates put on a hit and run as Mador swung and missed right through that first pitch fastball.
It's a good idea, though, in that situation, since we've seen 7 double plays, and with that stolen base by Osterloh, eliminates that situation now.
0-1 breaking ball for a strike, but it gets past Chavez. Moving to third is Osterloh. He's now 90 feet away.
Yeah, the ball got away from Chavez. He just missed it by a half a millisecond as the pitch dropped in. He caught the lower half of his glove, and it bounced up and down and then rolled between his legs as he got nutmegged. And we haven't seen too many of those pass balls today. We've only seen, that was the second pass ball today, so both catchers doing pretty well. But because of that pass ball, it allows Osterloh to move into third base in prime position to score.
So another 0-2 count for Weber, trying to retire a Pirate hitter. Fastball in the dirt for ball 1.
Expect the infield to be ready to come in on a ground ball and try to make a play at home. But if anything comes close by on a strong ground ball in the infield, they're going to have to just sacrifice and get the easy out.
1-2 is flared down and foul on the right side. Mador had to go out and get that one. Too close to take.
Yeah, a good stab by Mador on that outside slider.
Another 1-2 pitch from Weber. He delivers. Breaking ball.
Oof.
Doesn't get the call. Looked like it was off the plate, but had the height.
Yeah, definitely have the height just above the knees, but off the plate on the outside by about maybe an inch or so.
Here comes a 2-2. And it's right back to Weber. They got him in a rundown between home and third. Chavez to Haller. He tags out the runner, and now they're going to try to get the runner out at second, and they do!
Nope.
No, the ball was dropped. So close to an inning-ending double play that would have been a headache to score. Regardless, they get the lead runner out in between third and home, but able to advance into second base is Madur. But there's 2 away.
Oh, it was very close to being an immense double play right there. And like you said, would have been a headache to score. But a 1-2-5 play there between Chapman, Weber, and Chavez and Austin Haller to finish off that play. It was a good awareness there by Weber. When he got the ball, he looked over to first base, fooled the runner and Darren Osterloh as he ran towards home plate and caught him right up in that pickle. Great awareness there by the young pitcher on the mound playing his position.
First pitch swinging is Talixon. He punches it into shallow right field, but Grayson Gegg, moving to his right, is able to grab it in the gap for out number 3. So a chaotic 7th inning for the Power defensively, but they're able to get out of it as still a 2-run game heading into the top of the 8th. We'll be back when we return.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $27.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Top of the lineup for the Power here in the 8th. Austin Haller, Michael Gonzalez, and Miles Walton will face Chris Hernandez in his 3rd inning of work, as his first pitch misses low and in to Haller for ball 1. Haller has scored 2 of the 3 runs for the Power. He's 2 for 2 with a walk and a stolen base. Been very productive at the top of Casey Dill's lineup all season long, and doing so here in Game 1 of the CPCL Championship Series. As the 1-0 slider catches the zone at the knees, 1-1.
Yeah, Haller's been so good at the plate today so far. The single, the walk, the double. He's been able to really lay on pitches and take what he can get.
Similar pitch. This one darts out of the strike zone for ball 2.
I mean, I'm just waiting for it. I can feel it in the air right now. Someone's going to get a massive hit here in just a few minutes.
Outfield is shading towards left center as the 2-1 pitch is inside again to Haller. He's ahead 3-1 to kick off the top of the 8th.
You know, just the way that the Power have been playing the last few games and the stretch of, winning 700 overall and Casey Dill's 600 career win.
3-1 pitch at the knees called for strike 2 as the count's full.
A very meritorious award for both the organization and Casey Dill.
Haller's got a full count to work with here, and he chops that one right back up the middle Hernandez fielding it, flipping it to first for out number 1. So a couple of pitcher putouts in this ball game. That one retires Haller for the first time today.
Yeah, you talked about pitcher putouts today so far, and also a little bit of help from Kenny Keller's foot to add to that situation as well.
So here's Mike Gonzalez, who's 1 for 3. First pitch slider over the plate for strike 1. That one had plenty of bite from Hernandez.
Seeing a lot of good breaking ball pitches from both of these pitchers. Both Chapman Weber and Chris Hernandez have been handing out some very good breaking pitches, just like that one.
Yeah, that one had just as much bite, but it started off and finished off as it's ball 1. The 1-1 pitch is chopped over to third. Olazaba has it. Strong throw to first as Howarth reaches out and snags it for the second out.
You see Chris Hernandez is starting to lock in a little bit here as well. A lot of ground balls. Last couple of half innings, we've seen some ground balls ever since he gave up that RBI single to Miles Walton, who's coming up here in this situation. And that slider that comes around across the plate has been the pitch that everybody's been rolling over so far.
Here's Miles Walton with 2 away in the 8th. He's got 2 hits today and 2 RBIs, responsible for 67% of the power offense. Here's the 1-0. Breaking ball inside. Doesn't get the call as it's 2-0. Walton almost got bitten by the turf monster there as he was trying to walk out of the batter's circle. He steps back in for a 2-0 count.
I think he clicked his hips a little bit as he tried to back up on that pitch that stayed inside.
Good slider as Walton nods his head and swings right through it. 2-1.
This is the pitch we're talking about. They've either whiffed on that slider or they rolled it over.
Excellent stuff from Chris Hernandez. There's that same pitch again. This one low, below the knees of Walton. It's a 3-1 count with Mark Kirkland on deck. The 3-1 fastball right on the edge, outer half of the plate for strike 2. Another full count in this 8th inning. The payoff pitch, breaking ball. It's slapped up the middle. Greenhouse is underneath it. Maybe takes one step to his right before he makes the grab for out number 3. So we go into the bottom of the 8th. Power still with the lead. It's 3-1 over the Pirates here in Game 1 of the CPCL Championship Series. We'll be right back for the bottom of the 8th.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in-app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Shopping for car insurance is confusing. Holy cow.
Great. Now we have a cow in our kitchen. Why did you say that?
Because I don't know what coverage to choose.
So just say the State Farm jingle. A State Farm agent can go over all your options with you and help choose coverage that meets your needs. Dude, cow, could you move?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Bottom of the 8th, and there's a new arm on the mound for the Power. It's Isaac Quintero in his 10th appearance for the Power this summer. He's thrown 12 2/3 innings. He's struck out 18 batters, and he holds a 2.13 earned run average. He'll face Cody White, Esteban Olozaba, and Mason Greenhouse here in the bottom of the 8th of the first game of the championship series for the CPCL. First pitch swinging is White, and he hits it a mile into the sky. And Miles Walton is the one who grabs it for out number 1.
And Isaac Quintero has been very good as of late for the Power. He didn't start off so strong in the first few games as a Power player against the Inland Valley legend Utah Lab to start off the season. And ever since then, whenever he's made an appearance, he hasn't given up a single run, minus the July 14th series against the Inland Valley Pirates that last time away. But 1.98 ERA has really helped him a lot.
He got one out on one pitch to kick off this inning. The second pitch is high to Olozaba for ball 1.
You know, we talked about Quintero a lot, especially in the PSCL where he's been so good. You talked about the immaculate inning he's had, the combined no-hitter, what he's been a part of with the Bootleggers in the PSCL, where he's had to come from.
As that pitch is lined down the line, but foul. Third base umpire John DeCesar right on top of it. He called it foul immediately, standing right on top of it.
I don't think Reynoso for the Pirates is happy about that call. That actually looked like it stayed in fair, but the way the chalk kicked up.
Yeah, manager Charlie Reynoso for the Inland Valley Pirates not happy with that call. It's a sand turf field, so that's what kicked up. As the Power players having fun with it down there. They were the ones right on top of that foul ball. And it looks like it's going to stay that way.
Just laughs from everybody here at the stadium. Oh, we like to see that loose energy from both teams. You know, you're just here to play ball. Nothing getting too crazy here.
Even the hitter, Olozaba, has a smile on his face. He was the one that hit it. He probably had a better view than everyone except John DeCesar, who is the one who called it foul. So a 1-1 count with 1 away. Slider in the dirt for ball 2.
We talked a lot about Isaac Quintero's brother, who plays in the Northwoods League. He has more velocity than his brother, but Isaac Quintero's stuff is what pops out to a lot of people, and that's what's been working for him so much throughout the season.
There's a good fastball right over the plate that Olozaba was late on, as it's a 2-2 count. Olozaba is 1 for 3 today. He's flown out to center field and right field. That was in the first and 5th innings, and then in the 3rd, he had a double. He was stranded in scoring position. The lefty for the 2-2, and it's punched right back up the middle. Quintero fields it, flips it to Kirkland at first. There's your PFPs in action, as there's out number 2.
Yeah, what is it you say most of the time on these calls, Zach?
Pitchers are athletes,
Yeah.
and especially Isaac Quintero. He was sprinting to first after making that ground ball, and he was ready for out number 2, and he's ready to try to get out number 3 on the mound, ready to face Mason Greenhouse, who's 0 for 2 with a walk. First pitch slided to him, and first pitch swinging is Greenhouse, and he punches that into right center field. A nice piece of hitting with 2 outs.
Yeah, just gets a fastball right down the middle, a little bit of a late swing, but pushes it to right center field for that hit there.
Kept his hands back on that breaking ball from the lefty and sent it towards right field. Great piece of hitting from Greenhouse with 2 away, as Koniarski, the right fielder, will get to swing it here in the 8th with 2 away. First pitch fastball. Thought it was at the knees, but it misses low and away for ball 1. Koniarski's 0 for 2 with a walk himself. Greenhouse with a small lead, but Quintero wants to check on him regardless. As now that lead extends about a step further than where he was previously. Quintero's pitch is at the bottom of the zone, swing and a miss from the Pirates right fielder. It's 1-1. When the Power come up to hit in the top of the ninth, it'll be Mark Kirkland, Matt Chavez, and Andrew Rivas. Two lefties and a righty. As the 1-1 called for strike two right on the black. It's 1-2.
And the Pirates are now in crunch time essentially here in this inning. If they can't get a run here in this half inning, it's going to be a lot tougher when you get to the ninth inning, especially when we're considering whether it'll be Quintero or Tyrone Woods to finish off this game. And if it'll be tough, especially for the Pirates, since they'll have their backs on the wall coming into tomorrow's game if they do end up losing this one.
Richie Amavisca warming up in the bullpen for the Power.
That's another good choice too, actually.
Fastball, called strike three, right on the edge. Koniarski doesn't like it, but that's out number 3 of the 8th. As we go into the final frame, the Power lead 3-1 over the Pirates here in Game 1 of the CPCL Championship Series. Don't go anywhere. The 9th inning is coming up when we return.
Across the Coachella Valley, you'll find our communities powered by short-term rentals. These rentals bring visitors and dollars to the region. Whether attending events, checking out the art scene, or dining at restaurants, when they spend money, we all score. The nearly $1 billion impact of short-term vacation rentals generates tax revenues that fund police, firefighters, education, and many other programs that improve our daily lives. To learn why short-term rentals are a grand slam for the home team, visit onecv.org.
Hello, Power Baseball fans. At SBMP Attorneys, we believe in the power of community. And that's why we proudly support the Palm Springs Power, our hometown baseball team. After a memorable championship
Ninth inning here in Glendora. 3-1 lead for the Power over the Pirates in Game 1 of the CPCL Championship Series. Mark Kirkland watches a first pitch breaking ball called for strike one. Nods his head in disagreement. He didn't like it. Chris Hernandez still on the mound for the Pirates. The second pitch to Kirkland is low for ball one. But Kirkland's a guy who has just about as much experience as anyone will get with the Palm Springs Power here for his 4th season. A career .352 hitter. As he slaps that one sharply hit to second. A nice sliding grab from Osterloh retires the first batter of the ninth.
You can talk about that veteran experience every time putting the ball in play. No matter how tough of a pitch it is to get on it, he gets that curveball, brings it down. But it's a good play there by Osterloh to bring the knees down to stop that ball from getting full momentum through that glove. And he makes a nice throw to first base to get the first out.
So Matt Chavez at the plate. He drove in one of the 3 runs for the Power with a sacrifice fly back in the 4th. That drove in Miles Walton. First pitch to him is way outside for ball one.
And either way, when you look at this situation, this is a big inning here for the Pirates. Chris Hernandez has been holding down the fort since he came in the 6th inning and needs to have another clean slate here to give his team a chance to come back in.
Good breaking ball from Hernandez. Chavez was out in front when he got a piece of it and rolled it over foul.
You can tell both of these teams have been putting out their best pitchers. The Power only using 3 different pitchers and the Pirates using 2 pitchers. It's a good outing from Jacob Young, but just not enough to hold the Power down where they've been so good momentum-wise throughout the last 3 stretches of games.
1-1 catches the inner part of the zone for strike 2. But yeah, to this point of the ball game in the final frame, it's 3 runs on 8 hits for the Power. For the Pirates, it's 1 run on 6 hits. They've also committed 1 error. But their defense has been on point. They've turned 5 double plays defensively against the Power. A big reason why they're stuck at 3 runs. It could be a lot more, as there's been traffic on the bases for the Power. And a breaking ball, front door misses inside. It's a full count. Andrew Rivas on deck. The payoff pitch. Breaking ball stays inside, ball 4. Chavez will trot down to first with a walk. Andrew Rivas will step up. 0 for 3 on the day, but he's been swinging a good bat since he showed up in Palm Springs. 6 hits, 3 of them for extra bases. He's already driven in 8 runs. As Olazaba, the third baseman, having a word with his guy on the mound, Chris Hernandez, only needing to get 2 more outs. His team are down 2, so they're trying to hold the deficit where it is in this 3-1 ball game. Chavez took off initially, but doesn't go too far. It's called strike 1 to Rivas on the outer half of the plate.
Not a bad idea to try at least take another stolen bag, eliminate the double play possibility here, and put a runner in scoring position with the hot hitter here in Andrew Rivas.
Good pitch, right over the plate. Rivas was looking for something else, and he's down 0-2.
And if Rivas can get on base here, then you get a situation where you force the hottest batter on your team to come up, and Grayson Giek, who's in the 8th spot. If he can get back up to bat and drive in an extra insurance run for the Power, that surely would be a big deal here.
Offers on that 0-2 pitch, gets a piece of it, and hits it foul. Out of reach, out of play. You'll see another pitch. Chavez still at first after that 1-out walk. Hernandez comes set. Delivers the 0-2. It's a breaking ball at a half swing from Rivas, but he got a piece of it and he stays alive. Did just enough to see another pitch as he started that swing, as that ball was about 70% of its way to the plate. The 0-2 once again from Hernandez. Taking his time and now delivering, and it's a good off speed that gets Rivas to chase in the dirt. He goes down for out number 2. Second strikeout for Hernandez since he came in the 6th inning. That'll bring up Casey Kleinman with 2 away. Chavez still up first with a small lead. Kleinman offers at the first pitch. Chavez will take off, and he's in there safely. Good backup defensively from White on the throw down to second as it holds Chavez at second. So he's in scoring position with 2 away. Kleinman has a chance for a huge insurance run here.
Yeah, he got a little bit of help there with the ball getting away from the catcher Talixon just for a moment, and it gives enough time for Matt Chavez to go get second base.
Long pause on the mound from Hernandez. He fires a breaking ball. That misses up and in to Kleinman. It's ball 1.
It's a really good break from Chris Hernandez, almost dystopian-like with the way that he throws that pitch, otherworldly-like. being able to bring that ball over the top, drop right into the strike zone, right on top of the knees.
There it is again, and it gets a swing and a miss from Kleinman. It's a 1-2 count. He's got some great bite on that pitch, and he's been throwing a lot of it, trying to retire these power hitters in the latter half of the game. He's came into the 6th, and he's 1 strike away from getting his team into the bottom of the 9th. Pitch low, below the knees of Kleinman. It's a 2-2 count. Chavez at second, representing a huge 4th run of the ball game for the Power. As it stands, it's a 3-1 game in the top of the 9th. Power lead, trying to extend it, courtesy of Casey Kleinman, and he gets a piece of it, but chops it foul. His brother Cato on deck, in the hole, I should say, retrieving that foul ball. So it's another 2-2 on the way from Hernandez. Righty takes a deep breath, kicks and fires. Another breaking ball, and Kleinman's able to hold back, and the count runs full. Seems like every other at-bat today has gone to a full count. But none of them matter more than this pitch right here. Another deep breath from Fernandez. He delivers, and it's fouled off once again from Casey. His eyes lit up when he saw that breaking ball over the plate.
His eyes are able to track that pitch all the way through, like oxygen sticks to hemoglobin, and he gets it there, but he's just a bit under that swing, though.
Another payoff pitch, and this time he punches it down the line, but foul. Third baseman Olazaba in the area. But he has to go back, grab his bat, and step back into the box to do it once again. But a nice plate appearance being put together here from the Power shortstop, forcing Hernandez to throw a lot of pitches to get his team over the hump of this 9th inning.
And pitch number 9 coming on the way here for Casey Kleinman. It was a pretty big at bat too the last time around when he grounded to second with 7 pitches taken.
Another payoff pitch on the way. And Kleinman swings right through it. Out number 3 as we go into the bottom of the 9th. Power lead 3-1 over the Inland Valley Pirates. 3 outs away from taking game 1. We'll be right back.
Family setting, we come and we get into conversation, and it's comfortable here is what I guess I'll say. It's comfortable.
The hot cocoa has whipped cream and sprinkles in the whipped cream in the hot cocoa.
Very family oriented. They cater to the kids. They got the coloring books and crayons, and they have kid-sized stuff about almost for everything that you would want. So young and old, everybody can enjoy it.
It's the best.
Made from scratch memories. Elmer's.
Bottom 9, 3 outs away from claiming game 1 of the 2025 CPCL Championship Series. As Isaac Quintero still on the mound, he'll face Cole Howarth, Jordan Viramontes, and Darren Osterloh. First pitch to the Pirates' first baseman is low and away for ball 1. This is arguably the toughest bat to get out in this lineup, as he's reached base safely 3 times today, 2 walks and a single.
And the perfect guy to lead off in this situation.
Second pitch is low in the dirt for ball 2. We saw Amavisca warming up in the previous inning for the Power, but it's Quintero who starts on the mound for this 9th inning. The 2-0, or excuse me, yeah, a 2-0 in there off the edge of the plate. Good spot to get that first strike for Quintero. Southpaw kicks and fires the 2-1 pitch. That one called for strike 2. Good spot on the edge of the zone. That one at the knees as well. Similar location as the previous strike, but a ball or 2 lower. Here's the 2-2. That one just missed inside. Good spot to try to change the eye level, going from the outer half to the inner half of the plate. Good take from Howarth as the count runs full. Big payoff pitch coming here from the lefty. He kicks and delivers. And a nice hack from Howarth, and he fouls it off into the parking lot.
I like the idea of challenging Cole Howarth with a fastball right in the strike zone. And because of his late swing, he's able to foul it off, but trying to keep him off balance. Try to send him up here with a breaking pitch.
Here comes another 3-2 payoff pitch from Quintero. That one's right down Broadway. Strike 3, out number 1. Good spot for that fastball. Howarth couldn't get the bat off of his shoulders. He goes down looking as Viramontes steps up with 1 away.
Such an esoteric subject when it comes to tunneling and understanding pitching when it comes to the optics of what it looks like. Quintero comes away with a fastball on the outside, then he comes away coast to coast with a fastball inside. Catches Cole Howarth looking all the way through.
Good job from Quintero to use both sides of the strike zone, as that one down the middle and at the knees to get ahead of Viramontes, 0-1. Viramontes 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a double play. As the 0-1, he hits it to Kirkland at first, picks it up, trots over to first to step on the bag for out number 2. That'll bring up the second baseman for the Pirates, Darren Osterloh, representing their last chance. He's 1 for 2 with a walk, a stolen base, and an RBI single. He's driven in the only run of the game thus far for Inland Valley. Last chance for the Pirates as their backs are against the wall here at Citrus College. Lefty comes set, takes a deep breath, and delivers a good off-speed pitch that Osterloh swings right through for strike 1.
This is such good stuff from Quintero every time. And this is what we talk about with Quintero, why his stuff is so good and how he's been so perfect in these situations, especially in the late relief spot. It's either going to be him, Amavisca, or Tyrone Woods to finish these games off.
Fastball on the outer edge gets fouled off from Osterloh, so Quintero 1 pitch away from giving the Power a Game 1 victory here in Glendora.
And this is going to have to be your best pitch today, Quintero.
Everyone in the Power dugout on their feet, waiting for this next pitch from their lefty. He delivers way above the zone. No chase from Osterloh. Not a bad idea to change the eye level.
Yeah, and you know what happened the last time we saw a high fastball above the strike zone from Chapman Weber using that setup pitch. Here he comes.
Let's see if Quintero goes right to that breaking ball, or if he tries to blow one by Osterloh. The 1-2, it's hammered into left field, but right underneath it is Cato Kleinman reaching up and making the grab, as that's the third out. And that's the ball game. Power win 3-1 over Inland Valley. They take game one as we head into tomorrow for game two at 4 p.m. That'll be at Palm Springs Stadium. Stephen Buxton and Charlie Gonzalez will be on the call for that. But as of now, the Power can go home tonight, back to Palm Springs, celebrating a game one victory.
Yeah, they can breathe a little bit tonight, and they didn't have to use a whole lot of pitching whatsoever to really kind of blow by the Pirates here. Give a hand to the Pirates pitching, though. They brought out some of their best pitchers. They only used two of them. Chris Hernandez holding down the fort since the Power got those 3 runs throughout the game against Jacob Young. So the Pirates still have a lot of pitching to work with tomorrow when they come into the series. But good job from the Power to at least get those 3 runs in, because it gave them enough. And the pitching for the Power held it down tonight. That was definitely the theme here. Kenny Keller, Chapman Weber, Isaac Quintero, that trio of pitchers really held down the fort here today. Certified grass-fed.
Absolutely, and it's Chapman Weber who gets the win. He went 3 innings pitched, only allowed 2 hits, 2 walks, and struck out 2, but he didn't allow any runs, and he gave us 3 strong innings in the middle of that game. Isaac Quintero came in to close it out, but you said it best, Justin. What a pitching performance for the Power to get that game 1 victory. Game 2 tomorrow, back at home, Palm Springs Stadium, 4 p.m. first pitch, as we encourage all you Power fans to get out to Palm Springs Stadium and catch that game live. But from myself, Zach Durham, and Justin Lee, we thank you for joining this broadcast. Once again, Power take game 1 over the Inland Valley Pirates by a score of 3-1. And we will see you tomorrow afternoon for game 2.